So I must say one thing. It seems like the gods really desire novelty because, I've been pretty open about my recent personal problems on here. And, when I was in Florida, I was sort of content. Maybe not happy. It's not always easy for me to be happy, but I think I was really content. I was sort of happy just, pottering along in my little garden. And they say, what was it? When I was taking jujitsu, Coach Tommy, our jujitsu instructor, he said, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Well, maybe I was a little bit too much of the gardener. I had not necessarily a thrilling life, really, but I had a very contented life. But there must be, I guess, a call and a demand for novelty and excitement, which is possibly why I'm experiencing the troubles that I'm experiencing. I think the gods always know what they're doing. But anyway, I'm doing a lot. I'm trying to sort of flood my feed because is there any chance of becoming rich and famous doing this? Because the only way I'll ever probably own anything again is becoming rich and famous. But if I exert my will, I really believe that I can do anything. I mean, I grew up on Oprah, so it's like if I exert my will, I can make a living off YouTube or through some other creative means. So anyway, I did a sort of impromptu book review this morning, and now it's this evening, and I'm going to do another book review. And this is a book that's been with me for a really long time now, almost like an old pet or an old stuffed animal. It's been with me for a really long time. It was with me when I lived in the Bronx in the early 2000s. It was with me when I moved to Neptune, New Jersey, and then it was with me when I moved to Wall, New Jersey, and then it was with me when I moved to Florida, and now it's with me in the campsite. So I guess it has great sentimental value. And you'll laugh when you see this book that it has so much sentimental value for me. But this book is The Marquis de Sade, The 120 Days of Sodom. And nice artwork by Gustave Courbet. And, I see a lot of bookstagrammers and booktubers saying oh, this is the worst novel I've ever read. It's disgusting. I had to keep vomiting. I had to keep turning away and vomiting into the toilet. I couldn't even finish it. And I'm like, man, what a bunch of pussies, I mean, I've been, what's in this book, I've been talking about it, discussing it, thinking about it, really literally my entire life. I was thinking about stuff like this even when I was a child. So I'm like, man, you guys really are pussies. You're pretty squeamish over bodily fluids, among other things. So, I, of course, have enjoyed this book. It is, of course, very funny. And I wonder how much of it really came from the Marquis de Sade's imagination, because as we know now, there are these terrible people, these so-called elites. But I don't like calling them elites because my elitism is reserved for people who are, really brilliant in some kind of way. And I mean, somebody like Jeffrey Epstein wasn't very brilliant. I mean, he was kind of just a typical boomer. I mean, he was kind of the typical Jewish boomer, the kind of guy who would sit on the beach and read a James Patterson novel or something. He's not reading anything of depth, nothing substantial. He'll be reading a John Grisham or a James Patterson novel on the beach. So why would I call him an elite when he's really just kind of a typical boomer who gamed the system? So, but the Marquis de Sade, he must have been plugged into certain circles. I don't think all of this book was taken from his imagination. I think he knew what was going on out there, and it's always been going on with these terrible people in positions of power abusing children. Because why would any of them stop just because we have electricity now? This has been going on from earliest antiquity. It's going to stop now just because we have electricity? No, of course it's the same ancient, horrible rites are being performed. But anyway, here's how I would improve. Well, not improve, but I consider myself a hippie version of the Marquis de Sade. Because first of all, in my orgy, everyone would have to be at least the age of 18. 18 and up only. 18 and up. Okay, so because and even 18 is a little bit young, because it's like anybody who's my age now, like 45, when you talk to an 18-year-old, it's like, man, you don't know shit about shit, do you? I can't really connect to you. I can't connect to the average 18-year-old. I mean, even though I'm very childlike in many ways, like I've been through many twists and turns in my life, and it's like, okay, I can't really. So it has to. Oh, okay. How about 21 plus? My Sodian orgies. Everybody must be 21 or over. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that makes me a hippie version of the Marquis de Sade is I don't want anybody to get hurt. Not permanently. I mean, if somebody likes being paddled or beaten or whipped or whatever, fine. But, unless they really want, I mean, I don't think they should suffer any kind of permanent injury. I don't want anybody to be really hurt, okay? I want, my Sadian orgies to be sort of safe. I don't want anybody to risk life or limb to have fun. So first of all, everybody's over 21. Nobody really gets hurt long term. But all the other nasty stuff, hey, let's go for it. If it's over 21 and nobody really gets hurt, let's go for it. All the shame, humiliation, degradation, and defeat. Because feeling humiliated, it feels good. So if people are humiliating themselves in front of themselves and in front of others, more power to them. Like all the nasty stuff, all the stuff that other bookstagrammers or booktubers would find gross, I don't have a problem with that. Just keep it over 21. Nobody gets hurt, and people can just enjoy their shame and humiliation together. And all is well with the world. But anyway, I definitely recommend this as a read. I mean, I guess it's in some ways it's just hard to shock me because my mind is always easily going. Look how I'm sweating now. See, I'm in the car at my campsite, and to make me even more of a loser, the car doesn't really have air conditioning, so now I'm starting to sweat like a pig. But anyway, it's one of my favorite novels. Just like I said, keep it adult, keep it safe, and then enjoy all the shame and humiliation you like. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.